Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Captain Swan podcast, episode 99. I'm Michelle, to the end of the world or time on Tumblr, and these are the people with me today.
Hi, I am Queen Swan on Tumblr, but you can call me Daniela.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm You Brought Me Home.
Hey, I'm Mai, and I'm Allison Swan.
Hey, I'm Ro, and I am Jimmy Jinx and Shot Read It First.
And I'm Shannon. I'm Mind Your Helm on Tumblr.
Okay, so before I get started with the questions, can we all agree that the episode was really good up until the last 3 minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Episode was stellar, probably one of the best that they've ever done.
The V.
Okay. So before we get into the giant elephant in the room, we've got a question about one of Lisa's favorite topics. He's considering what we were talking about before we went live. And this is from Anonymous. I love Snow, but would it have killed the writers to give us at least one scene with Emma and Snow? I mean, damn, Snow didn't even talk about Emma. It was all about Regina and non-Robin. Don't get me wrong, I get this Snow and Regina's relationship as well, but this is just wrong. So happy that Emma has her father. Thoughts on the Snow and Regina scene?
It felt
Anybody?
very
Oh,
Yeah, I
felt
have no
very
thoughts.
awkward. Like Snow felt. It seemed by her micro expressions, it seemed like Snow wanted to be anywhere but in that room. She's like, I don't know what to say to this. I need to go talk to my daughter now. I wish you would.
So it's like Snow's like first thought when she wakes up. She's like, I gotta talk to Regina or something because that's the way it
yeah,
feels.
apparently.
Like she doesn't care
apparently her
about
first
baby
thought is
meal
not-
or any of that.
Yeah, it's not. I'm gonna feed my baby son. My daughter just almost died again. No, I have to go talk to Regina.
But it's also like you're literally talking to the person who's causing your problem at the moment too. Like you are cursed because of this lady and her little evil self. Yeah, I mean, like if I was you, I wouldn't want to be around this person at all and help her with her issues.
No, honestly, I actually put a quote line in my review in the bottom about it, like how ridiculous that was. It's really so fucking ridiculous. Like, holy shit.
But they didn't just have one scene; they had two scenes. I was like, dear Lord, really?
The worst thing about it is that Snow seems so uncomfortable discussing this with her because I feel like Snow wanted to say,
You're an
what
idiot.
the fuck did you do? Are you stupid? But she has better sense than to insult her, so she was trying to be, as respectful as possible. But the expressions were all over her face. She's like, "You're fucking stupid. What did you expect?" Like when she told her that, I felt like kissing a picture. It wasn't really Robin. The whole look on her face was like, well, yeah. What do you expect?
I love how everybody seems to be confused. That even Selena was like, "Are you gonna tell him he has a daughter?" I'm like, "He doesn't have a daughter, woman. This is a completely different person."
Look, I am a fan of I'm a fan of Bex and Selena, but Selena in this episode, when her evil wickedness, bitchiness kicks in, she's annoying as fuck, and I want her to go away. She's not helping.
I want Selena.
They have nothing for her to do.
Regina to go away and never come back and die.
I mean, to get back to Snow and Regina for a second, my biggest problem wasn't necessarily with the scenes themselves. It was with the fact that the writers' priorities were that Snow needed to talk to Regina rather than her child. The prioritizing of the Snow-Regina relationship over the Snow and Emma relationship is the thing that pisses me off.
Yeah.
That's mine too.
And what's worse is if you ask them, they're going to give you the same, cookie cutter, broken record answer that they always do. Well, she probably did talk to her, but we don't have time for all that stuff. So let's just say that it happened off screen. Broken record. Okay, great. So it happened off screen. But that doesn't negate the fact that by not showing it, you're making it look like Snow doesn't give a shit about her own daughter. Hell, she barely gives a crap about her baby.
Yep. And that's the thing they don't seem to understand.
Because they're shitty writers and shitty people. And it's way too up a lot of... So, I was going to say something else and I contained myself.
And apparently it's going to keep happening in next episode based off the script teased.
Okay.
So
Well,
surprising.
Go back to sleep, Snow.
Yeah. Free us from your stupidity. If you're not gonna be, go for your daughter.
well, should we get to the? I mean, that's the only question we have that's not about the elephant in the room. So, spoiler alert! In case you did not
Really?
watch the episode and live under a rock.
I don't know why you're listening to us if you haven't watched the episode, but hey, we're awesome.
Yeah.
I know it.
So the thing that everybody hoped and prayed was crack theory is not crack theory. Killian apparently killed David's father. And
And you know what? I think you sounded kind of cracked there.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, you kind of cracked a little there. It was like Michelle Roboto.
That's because this storyline just like pisses me off so much.
Yeah,
So,
you made a little hangout was like, yeah, nope.
so let's get into the most obvious the question that people seem to be confused about. It's from Anonymous. Am I the only one confused about how Hook was even in the Enchanted Forest? Shouldn't he be in Neverland for a couple of more decades? And let's remind
I'm not
everybody
confused.
again that he was running errands for Pan. Like he was popping in and out of Neverland for like a few days at a time or whatever, a few weeks at a time, whatever, to like do stuff for Pan, and then he'd go back. So that's why he's still the same age.
Obviously.
Right.
I mean,
I know in the past that they've inserted him into places where it didn't make sense that he'd be there, but this instance, I could totally see happening, because if he happened to finish whatever he was doing for Pan, because he said himself he'd never physically been to Pleasure Island, and oh my fucking god, whoever did the CGI and set work for that, fucking amazing. I could see that if he'd finished early and didn't have anything else to do, and say Pan wasn't expecting him back for another day or two, then he and the boys might go out and have some fun. So fucking what?
I mean,
pirates. That's what they do.
I mean, I get that part, and I understand, but they kept harping on the fact that it was so hard to get in and out of Neverland, and that no one leaves without Pan's permission, and blah blah blah. And now apparently Killian's making coffee runs like every 3 days or something. So it just is completely a plot device to put. It's a plot device to put Killian in places that he otherwise should not be, because they need it to give him angst, because they can't think of any other way to give this 300-year-old man angst.
Yes.
No one pissed me off about the whole thing. It wasn't even the whole he killed his father, because I think we all saw that coming. It's the fact that the episode itself gave David the closure of knowing who his father's killer was. Like, they didn't even leave it up in the air. He knows the truth, and he got the closure, and he threw the coin. So that's just like a rip open that wound that just recently closed. Like, you couldn't have figured it out how to say it before he got closure. Like, come on, man.
And not only that, but they literally had Robert's ghost haunting him, and the ghost conveniently disappears before Killian shows up to ask for his blessing. So it's like, if Killian is really the one who killed him, why is the ghost disappearing?
Exactly, that's what I said. Oh, man.
Maybe it was less about vengeance and more about, like Mai said, just him. I think he just wanted Charming to have some sense that I tried, that I really did. I wasn't just this drunk that you couldn't stand that just left you. I tried to get James back.
Yeah. It was pretty much more of, it was not who killed him, but really to figure out what Charming's dad was really about. And like who he was
But
as
now
like a dad.
Yeah, but now they've made it into who killed him by making it
Yeah,
Killian.
but that's not
and
Charming's
making
dilemma. That's not Charming's dilemma. That's Killian's dilemma now. It's not. It has anything to do with Charming, and that's
Yes,
why
it does.
probably.
Charming's going to flip out.
Like usual.
Yeah, he's gonna flip out, and he's not gonna care, and he's still gonna marry Emma. Come on, Michelle.
Well,
I mean, I get that, but what I'm saying is there were other ways to give Killian angst than this crap.
Yes, and also it makes no narrative sense.
What's always the freaking past haunting you shit? Come on, it's
That's
always
what
what they
I'm
play
saying.
in the
We
game.
know.
Well,
We
duh. This is Once Upon a Time. It's their go-to card for Killian. It's some past shit haunting him, and then they're gonna figure out, oh, you know, this isn't Killian anymore.
Well, no, and
this is not who he is.
The most galling thing is Eddie pretty much essentially said that in the Yahoo TV interview that he's like, we only find Killian interesting when he's dealing with something from his past. I'm like, excuse you?
if that was true, he wouldn't, as the interviewer said, be a fan favorite character who is doted and fawned over for breathing. Like, seriously, the man, all he has to do is literally walk into a scene, breathe, and walk out, and there will be like 5,000 memes and posts. Okay, he is that much of a favorite. Trust me, if we had our way, to be able to see him do domestic stuff, to be able to see more of his past, we want that stuff. We don't think he's just interesting because he's the fucking pirate. Serious?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Like I said, it makes no narrative sense. Like, it removes some weight from Robert's dad for it to be Killian, because it's a random killing. Like, and there's no emotion after it. Like, that's why Charles killing him. Well, not Charles. Yes, Charles.
George.
Killing him makes George. I was like, Charles is the actor. Right?
Yes. No, it's Alan Dale. Alan Dale's the actor.
But the thing is, with that, like, if it was,
But yes,
not-
hey,
My finish.
yes. George makes sense because he has the motive, he has the means, he had everything. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes sense because, you know, of course he'd kill him, because that way nobody finds out about James.
Yep.
But when you remove all the emotion and all the angst about it and surrounding it, by having it be Killian, because it's a random killing.
And you know
you
what?
say random, but if it was random, wouldn't he not remember the guy at all?
Do you know how many people he's killed?
He remembered him in the book.
He remembered him when he saw the picture, yes.
A badly
But he didn't
illustrated
just-
picture.
But he didn't just remember, like, he didn't know the guy's name, so he wouldn't, there's no way he knew that random dude he killed by a cart was Charming's dad until he
That's
saw
what
the
I
picture.
don't understand either. It's like,
But my
oh.
point is, dude, you wanted to draw out this engagement business. That's okay. However, here's the thing. Killian was, hanging around the last time Emma got proposed to, and she ran away like a scared rabbit. And that was before she knew that Walsh was a monkey. Okay? So you could totally play with that and make that compelling drama and not have to deal with this.
I'd rather not have that.
But it's
It was-
preferable that to kill my grandfather.
I don't even know why this was a question. It was, I know some people after the episode aired were like, did he know the whole time he was helping David that he was the one that killed? No. Did you not see the look on his face after August gave him the storybook pages and he looked at the picture? His face turned white as a sheet because that's when he realized how there was. And you know what that tells you, especially if you compare this to Regina, who doesn't remember life because she was too vanilla. Killian can remember who he kills from a drawing, from a piece of jewelry on his finger. You might think that some people might think that he's a heartless person. He's not. He remembers every single face. He might not know their names, but he remembers their faces, every single one.
And this is especially weird in an episode where they literally showed Regina with her vault of hearts, where she says, "Oh, they're the hearts of my enemies." Like, she still has enemies, A, and B, she can't even be bothered to remember who they all belong to.
And it's so easy. You grab the heart and you say, "Come to me."
Yep.
Well, that's too much,
Everybody get in
Takes 10
line.
minutes.
But yet they maintain that Regina's redeemed. Excuse me, what?
She's lazy. It's pretty much what she is.
But remember, she split herself. That was the evil queen who did all that, not Regina.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're in the vault of hearts that you call your own.
Like, I could have been less annoyed by that scene if he had said, "These are the hearts of my victims."
Yes.
No, he said, "These are the hearts of my enemies." Like, bitch, you're the evil queen.
Yep.
Can I say my rant now or later?
Let's get it over with.
Okay. Did I like this twist? No. Did I fucking like the Hook is not put in the position that now he has to hide this, has to think about hiding the secret and afraid to tell Emma because she knows how she'll react? No. Did we deserve this? No. Fuck no. Hook has done a lot of redeeming since season 2. And I don't know what the fuck was in Adam and Eddie's mind when they thought this was a good idea. Because look, Regina split herself from the Yorkie. Bad idea. Rumpa wanted to fix shit with the author in season 5 and season 4.
Regina.
And Regina too. And then with the shears. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? First of all, Hook is why does Hook has to be always, because of his past, thrown under the bus? Why? Regina and Rumple deserve to this 5-6B to like recognize that the past wrongings and just say, I did bad, don't be lazy. But like, what the fuck is wrong? The show, it's like Adam and Eddie glorify Rumble and Rumble, and they thought that Regina's best idea to redeem herself is to be without the evil queen in herself. When she had the evil queen in herself, she had this close to begin a great redemption. And I don't know what the fuck is going on, because in this season, this is the worst idea since the Golden Queen 50 Shades of Grey parody love affair that I don't want to mention. and the whole I want to fix my happy ending with a writer because my life is miserable, no fair. I mean, like, what the fuck is going on? I hope that David forgives Emma and stops being a dickhead. And that Emma forgives him, then we can move on to defeating Gideon, who I don't know if he's crazy or just brainwashed. And Regina deals with the evil queen and the whole fake Robin thing, because I'm starting to really, 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 really piss off. Like, the fuck off, man.
Okay. So, moving on. Yes, Ro.
I'm not happy about the twist. I thought it was very random, and I'm surprised that there was no connection between the fact that Killian is trying to kill the Dark One and Robert has past dealings with the Dark One. I thought there would be more of a connection there, but apparently there isn't. It was just some random killing, and he didn't know. And he didn't know who he was at the time. I mean, how is this guy supposed to know that this guy he killed was going to be his new love's grandfather like a few decades later. I mean, but okay, compared to all of the shit that Killian has been put through already, his heart being taken by Rumpel, being turned into the Dark One, being sent to hell, I don't know. I find this a little underwhelming.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's not really that bad compared
Exactly.
to the other stuff. Mai, can I please finish?
And
let him finish.
oh, he hadn't finished.
No.
No.
Sorry.
Okay. So that's why I'm just not worried about it. I mean, okay, there's probably going to be angst. Killian's going to feel bad about what he did. He's going to find some way to atone. And Snow and Charming are just going to stop being hypocrites, get over it. They'll support the wedding, and they'll get married. Because, spoilers, people, the wedding happened.
Okay, well, that actually, are you done now?
Yeah.
I didn't want to, raid on your parade because it was good. And I hadn't even thought about that Rumpel thing. That's an excellent point. Like, this is a man who's like searching for Rumpel, and this dude, like, not only had his kid taken by Rumpel, but he knows where Rumpel lives. They literally showed him in Rumpel's castle. He knows where Rumpel lives. Oh my god.
Wait, I'm confused. What?
Robert. Like Killian, like they could have, like Killian's trying to find the Dark One, right? Like that's the whole point of his revenge. And he killed a dude who not only knows the Dark One, but knows where he lives. And they never like made that connection. Like they could have actually had it. Like he found Belle and demanded that Belle like tell him how to find the dagger and take him Rumpel and all that stuff. And like 2 decades before that, he killed a dude who knew where the Dark One lived.
Wait. I'm still confused.
Robert, there was a scene where Robert goes to Rumpel's castle to ask for his help.
Oh yeah.
James is. And that's how he finds out that James is on the
Pleasure Island.
The
I got
island. So if he knew where Rumpel lived, he could. This is information that would have been extremely valuable to Killian Jones.
They didn't even try. They just made it some random crap. Thank you, Ro. That's an excellent point.
Yes, I think it stems more from, like, I mean, Eddie himself said the reason they did it that way and that it was such a shock at the very end, especially after Hook had been such a hero to David throughout the majority of the episode, saving him and making sure he didn't make a huge mistake and all this. It wasn't to impress the fact that he was a hero. We already know this. It was because prior to this, all his bad acts have not really affected the family per se. They have affected outside individuals like and
Ariel.
the people, Ariel, the 2 people he killed for those rings. I mean, these were outside, these are strangers. These were not people within the family. But now this is, and most of the time his kills were for purposes of his revenge. Even when he snuck into Regina's castle and killed those guards, he didn't just kill them at random. He was doing it because he needed to get to and because he needed to get to Belle to get information about Rumpelstiltskin. So, Eddie was saying he wanted to make sure that we didn't forget that yes, Hook was a pirate and he did nasty things. Sometimes he did things for no reason at all, just because he could, because that's what pirates do.
But that's my point.
I know. It's not like we didn't.
We forgot. We did not forget that he was a terrible person. Like no one forgot this. And honestly,
I know.
What Ro is saying is that they could have dovetailed the Rumpelstiltskin connection in and still have it hit home by being family if they wanted to do it that way. And it would have been much more powerful than just random dude.
I know. There were much better ways for them to have written this. Believe me, I know. I don't like the way that they did it either. It was a
Eddie
shock
trying
factor
to
that, like,
Eddie trying to justify himself does not make it good writing.
Oh no.
Eddie
It
just
was
needs
pretty
to
much-
stop trying to justify his crap.
it was
Yes.
pretty much done just for shock value.
Oh,
That we
duh.
didn't forget that, this dude is a pirate. He used to be a pretty nasty guy. Like, we didn't already know this.
Mm.
Well, that's what.
See, I just can't stand the disparity, because I see Regina has 30 years of bad acts, horrible things that she's done. One good act and suddenly it's claim. Fucking Rumpel has 300 years of atrocities, literal atrocities. He sacrifices himself in the midpoint of season 3 and suddenly, boom. Even though that didn't last.
Yeah.
Neil sent this poor girl to jail. He gives a not so heartfelt, I'm sorry, I fucked up, I was stupid. And suddenly he's glorified. Killian has to agonize over every single person he has wronged. I'm like, do you know this guy's been alive for 300 fucking years? Like, you could write 10 seasons worth of shit just around him and all the people that he's probably wronged. I mean, are you for real right now? Why do you have to put him through this and yet you don't do the same with the others?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, no, because they're hypocrites.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
love
also
to
because
love.
Adam and Eddie have a big bunker boner for Rumpel, and then they love him.
No, they have a bigger one for Regina.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even Rumble gets screwed over sometimes. Like, I hate
mean-
the guy.
I mean, this storyline is the storyline I wish they had done with Marion
Oh,
when Marion came back. Well, when we thought it was Marion and not
and
Selena.
Marion. Oh, I don't forget. Afterwards, it was Marion.
So, I mean, this is what I was saying at the time, that this is somebody, a person that was, that's close to somebody who's close to Regina that she wronged, and that this would be a chance for her to really confront that and put a face to all the, hundreds of people, thousands of people she's killed or whatever. And then they didn't. They just totally did the cop out. And I'm like, and now they're trying to do the story with Killian, and it's just like, seriously?
And let's not forget what Regina did in this very same episode. To give Robin a second chance and not thinking about the consequences of her actions, not realizing that this is not the same Robin that you know. And once he gets here, he tries to kill a person. Like, great, Regina, you just brought another murderer to Storybrooke. Like, you all didn't have enough problems. And now you got to deal with this bullshit because you couldn't leave well enough alone.
Well, not only that, but she brought him into her vault where she has lots of dangerous shit when she could have just healed his knuckles right there on the street. She's got magic, for fuck's sake.
And now he stole her little treasure trove of potions.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's very annoying.
Stupid.
Okay, so question for the next podcast: how do you think Killian will make up for what he did to Charming's father?
He can't.
I think
Well,
I think it's going to do with breaking the curse, breaking the snowing curse.
That is the popular theory, that the Princess Squad adventure is about breaking Snowing's curse.
I mean, there's nothing he could do to bring David's father back.
Well,
And there's no
course
amount of sorry that would make up for that. But I think, like you had said, this theory about him going to Agrabah to find a way to break their curse.
Well, I think, yeah, he'll probably try to do that, but it's still not going to do anything. It's still
okay.
Actually, it will, because in the past, Killian ripped Charming's family apart by killing his father, and now by ending this curse and allowing Snow and Charming to be together, he's bringing their family.
He did it a lot of times, though. He already healed Charming, went from the Dream Shade. He helped him try to find peace with himself right now with his father killed. He's done a lot for the family, so he has to keep doing more things.
This is exactly why the storyline is pointless, because Killian's already brought Charming's family back together 18,000 times.
That's the thing. That's
what
why
he
I'm like,
does.
That's why I don't. It's going to eat Killian alive. There's nothing he can really do, and the only thing that I can see Charming saying is exactly what he said at the end of this episode, that you changed. Why would I take vengeance on a guy who doesn't exist anymore?
I mean, and especially since they've contrasted it with Snow, and I mean, Regina killed Snow's dad. Yes, she and Regina are BFFs now.
And Regina has never apologized.
Yeah, Regina's never apologized, and I'm sure Killian will when he tells him. But
apparently next episode Emma finds out.
But making up is probably the wrong phrase. It's probably atoning for what he did. And by that, it's gonna be because Charming's whole rant has to mean something. The rant down when he was talking to Killian about George, that he's like, what if I could never be with Snow? What if Gideon kills Emma? What if being Prince Charming isn't enough and I lose everything that's important to me? And so Killian's gonna be like, well, I can at least help you be with Snow again. So.
But he's still gonna have to come clean. He still,
of course, he is.
He's going to.
I know, but that's really what it's all about. And it's not like.
Well, I know, and it's repetitive because Killian's brought Charming's family together 18 bazillion times, like we said. So this whole storyline is repetitive and boring, but clearly it's the only thing they can come up with.
I know, but the stuff that he did to help them in the past was helping them out of situations that he himself was not responsible for. This is a big freaking deal. Like he committed an act which irrevocably changed Charming's life forever, ever. There's no telling what his life would have been like. No, listen, really, there's no telling.
Because he was going to die anyway.
Yeah,
Robert was going to die anyway.
But if Hook had compassion in that moment and decided to believe what Charming's father was saying and let him go instead of killing him, there's no telling what Charming's life might have turned out to be.
And then he probably wouldn't even be Charming.
He could have been worse.
He could have just been some poor shepherd guy.
I know. So what I'm saying is he feels as though he's torn this man's life apart, and now he's trying to do something to bring. He tore his family apart by committing an unspeakable act, and now with this heroic act, he can bring the family back together. I don't even think
he didn't really tear his family apart. He has his true love. He has his daughter. He has a son. His life is not really that bad right now.
I know, but Charming's not going to see it.
Charming can't see that he has a good life right now. Okay.
Hey, Charming. I mean, I do think he's gonna be hurt at the moment. Well, duh. But how do you know he's not going to pass it? I mean, come on. And Charming's speech about how Killian has changed means a lot. Especially coming from David, I don't really trust anyone Charming.
Yeah, and I mean, Charming's not Snow. Snow forgives anything that walks. But Charming's always been the harder one to be on the I believe in the good in people train. So I think his initial reaction when he finds out, he's going to be pissed. And I think that's why this is important that Snow is awake when he finds out. Because if Snow ain't awake when he finds out, then it's entirely possible he might go off the rails again. And that would be bad.
I mean, do I think this is going to change the way that Emma feels? Absolutely not. She loves him. I mean, I think she might have to take a day to just kind of be by herself and kind of sort her thoughts through.
I don't even think it's going to be that long.
Yeah, no. I mean,
because she has no emotional attachment to this person. It's just some random dude.
It's not about that. It's about the pain that he's caused her father.
Well, that's
something
issue.
She's going to have to reflect on.
She's more concerned. She's more concerned with Killian and Charming's relationship than anything else. That's it. That she doesn't care that she knew that he killed random people. She knew this. She still loves the guy. So she's just trying to deal with how to, help this relationship not die itself.
Well, we've got a question about that, so we'll talk more in depth about that in a minute. One. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. But let's just be realistic for a second. How many people, even if they were bad, even if they were on King George's or Regina's side, how many people did Charming kill in their Snow and Charming's war against Regina? They could have been somebody's son or father.
Well, they thought they killed that baby, Lily, remember?
Yeah.
That was someone's kid.
There's no black and white here with any
And let's not forget what Snow did to Cora.
Yeah.
With that candle. So yeah, there's that too.
Okay.
I just want this whole angsty thing to be over and just move on.
Well, Colin had said that it was probably going to take a couple episodes before Killian comes clean. I think he's going to agonize over it for maybe 2 episodes.
No, it's not going to take that long.
And then finally decide
well,
to
he's
come
telling
clean
Emma tomorrow. So
he's telling Archie first, and then he's telling Archie first, then he's telling Emma. And here's what we'll get into what I think is going to happen after this, when we get to the Captain Swan bits. Last question about Captain Charming. From Anonymous. Hey everyone, I'm not mad that Killian turned out to be Robert's killer, but I'm mad that the writers went there. This episode was downright amazing, and Captain Charming is the best, hands down. As hookers, the majority of us know that he was a villain and he did bad shit, but unlike Rumple and Regina, he feels remorse. Anyway, can you guys please talk about Colin's acting skills in this episode? He showed so many different emotions, and he still brings it in the flashbacks, unlike Queen.
Okay. Colin's great. And he was amazing, but you know who really was amazing?
Josh.
Fucking Dallas.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, that scene where he breaks down is probably it's as emotional as Jen in the I Am Not Nothing. And I was like, fuck, why don't they give Charming more things to do? Because he is literally in the top 3 best actors in the show. Colin, Jen, and that
See, when he's not shelved and when you give him some good stuff to work with, man, those 2 can pull it out like nobody's business.
Yeah, they even topped Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in this shit.
Oh, well, that's not hard.
I'm trying to figure out what that has to do with anything, but
that's example.
Yeah, they're not that great of actors. I mean, I love Ben as an actor.
We're not talking about Matt and Ben. We're talking about Colin and Josh.
A scene like that with that level of emotion, with that vulnerability, kind of like in 5:20 when Emma had to leave Killian. Colin had said that they were able to pull it off because they have a certain level of trust between them as actors, that they can pull that emotion out of each other when they need to, and that goes to show that Josh and Colin have that same level of trust and friendship, that they can pull that emotion out. And synchronicity. The scene where they did the potion was fucking ridiculously funny because they were totally in sync when they turned, when they bent down to sniff the potion. Everything was in sync. I was like, was that a one-take scene or a multiple-take scene?
I think it was a one-take. I mean, from the editing point of view, I'm pretty sure it was a one-take.
I love that scene. It was so funny. This proves that the Captain Charming is the best romance of our generation, and I love it.
Well, I think the point, the heart of that question was the fact that when we did get the flashback to Captain Hook, that was Captain Hook, and not like some campy Captain Hook, like when Regina has to go back, like when Lana has to go back and be the evil queen, and it turns out into some campy mess.
Well, to be fair, she's always been campy. And a bad actress.
Okay. So Josh was amazing. Colin is amazing.
The only thing I had issues with was when Hook came over to talk to Charming about getting his blessing, and Charming started straight into the, you used to be a pirate. I need your help because I know you can do this. And it's like, hey, you don't have to to ham it up. This is me, buddy. You know, I was like, is that really all you think of him as? Is just
Obviously
pirate?
not.
Well,
But
that's the point of the episode.
well, no, to be fair to Charming, and somebody pointed this out, and bless this person because I forget who you are, but Charming was trying to justify his own actions, and the only way he could do that was be convinced that Killian would be okay with it because Killian's a pirate.
Seriously.
And
Also,
just like
know.
Regina was trying to justify herself by helping Robin, and it was like a thing.
At least he had the foresight to apologize to Killian for putting him in a bad position with Emma by, keeping this from her and distracting her from going into the shed. If she had found out that he was lying like that could have put him in a bad spot.
Very.
Stealing from your own daughter, Charming.
Yeah.
Not cute.
Honestly, we know Charming cares. We saw his face when Killian died. And the fact that he was the first one to go, yes, let's go get him. Like, we know he cares about Killian. It's not, he doesn't think that he's just a pirate. We know he cares. It's just, at the moment, he was like Michelle said, he was justifying himself. Emma does exactly the same thing.
Plus, he's sleep deprived. He needed a nap.
Yeah, he's coming unhinged without Snow. Let's all be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why in that the beginning scene where he was like, if I wanted advice, the last person I'd ask is the pirate. Like, you wanted to be offended for like Hook's sake, but I really wasn't, because I knew that this is not the way that Charming normally is. He obviously hadn't been sleeping in days. He was afraid. He
had a
losing
murder
his
charge,
mind.
remember?
Yeah. So I really didn't. I kind of took whatever he said with a grain of salt at that point.
However, it is boring to have Charming fall back on the same insult all the time. It's like, find new shtick, guys.
Well, same with Regina. She gave the same insults again, over and over.
Yes. Okay, so we're finally got a couple questions about Captain Swan. There wasn't a lot of Captain Swan in this episode.
She was canoeing.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Mini rant time. Why on God's green earth are they going canoeing without the one dude who knows how to handle a boat?
Why are they going canoeing after like Gideon's running around trying to kill her?
Pretty much
She's like, peace out, I'm going canoeing.
I'm like, okay, there was literally anything they could have had Emma doing with Henry that did not involve boats.
Here's the thing. It's probably so to get away from Regina, because she knows that if she touches the water, she'll melt.
That's Selena, not Regina.
No, that's Regina too, because she's worse.
Oh my god.
Okay. I love your
I can
rant.
only assume that it's because a lot of craziness has happened, and she almost didn't come back from that wish realm. She spent a whole bunch of weeks thinking she was going to die, so she probably wanted to have a little.
No. Okay, you're not listening to me. I don't have a problem with Emma spending the day with Henry. That's okay. That's more than okay. I'm just saying, don't have them engage in an activity that involve boats when your boyfriend is a pirate.
You had to have a better alibi.
I mean, seriously, they literally had her say, "You're the one who's always going on about boat safety." Well, maybe you should have the dude concerned with boat safety on your little journey on a boat.
They should have went to like a museum or something. Anything else probably would be, or like a nature hike or whatever.
She's teaching Henry how to drive the bug. I don't care. Just something.
Yeah.
Canoeing's a lot of fun. I used to do it with my dad.
Oh, I'm sure it's lots of fun. I'm just wondering why she's doing it without the guy who knows about boats.
Well,
And ships.
the whole family likes boating that much, apparently.
Oh, and can we appreciate the fact that Killian kissed her to the point that she couldn't remember why she was there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God, I thought that I for a moment I thought they were French kissing and tongue kissing at the same time.
I like Killian's. I desperately need to kiss you. I just really need to kiss you. What? Well,
I'm kind of gratified by the fact that, yeah, he had to kind of pull the wool over her eyes just a smidge to help Charming out, but what he told her wasn't exactly a lie.
Yes.
He was, in his own way, being honest that, her almost dying and then disappearing to that witch realm that had a profound effect on him. I know a lot of people were probably going, oh my God, is he going to ask? Is he going to ask? Is he going to ask? I'm like, no, he's not going to ask, not until he gets her father's blessing first. But I mean, wishful thinking, but still, at least he was honest, which is more than I can say for other characters on the show.
No, I totally appreciated the talk about feelings. The talk about feelings was great. However, I wish we would have gotten to see Killian actually make that decision and buy the ring, as opposed to having to hear about it secondhand. And why was this the catalyst and not all the 18 other times they've been separated?
Yeah, I know.
Because
That's my problem here.
I just love the fact that it's really, really coming up on the spot when they want to kiss you. It seems like I don't know what else. Shit.
Probably
You're breaking
because
up my.
probably because he knows her very well, and he knows how skittish she used to be when it comes to commitment. I mean, he was there when she bolted when Walsh tried to propose, so he knows how skittish that she can be. And even in Camelot, when he was just giving her Liam's ring as a keepsake, she immediately was, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Even though we saw that look, like we kind of knew that she was in her mind's eye was kind of hoping that he would ask. In his heart, he still feels like she's sort of skittish. But after the underworld thing, when they're kind of confirmed true love now, it's like at that point, there's no going back. I think he would have probably proposed not long after he got back, if it wasn't for the whole Gideon handshaking thing. I'm almost certain of it. But other things kept getting in the way, as is part for the course on this fucking show.
Yeah, but they didn't know about Gideon until like a day after Killian and the others got back.
I know, but the whole thing with her seeing the visions and the handshaking, I mean, she was not in a good spot.
No, but again, that happened literally 2 days after they got back. Like, the outside grannies would have been the perfect time. There was nothing going on.
I know.
And they opted to dump not that I didn't appreciate the I love you when no one's dying, because I absolutely did, but they could have coupled those two things and that would have been a season finale moment. But we've had this argument already. So
many times.
So was everybody right about the dress in the window?
Yes.
Well, were we?
Wait,
I don't know.
I was, but I was.
I'm sorry, you got cut off, bro. What do you say?
Was everybody right about the dress in the window?
Well, since
I don't think it had any like real purpose. They weren't trying to like have some subliminal messaging or anything like that. I think that was more of just a coincidence.
Well,
Sign of things to
if you
come.
want to see it like that, I guess you can.
Well, the wedding. There has always been a wedding dress in that window since season 4.
Exactly.
So I mean, it maybe the dress have changed a bit over the the course of
and
this
let's
series,
be real. The wedding foreshadowing for CS has been there for a while, long before the dress appeared in the window. So whatever.
Yeah, I mean, but they're
I mean, Emma's kneeling on the ground in the Captain Swan movie with a ring in her hand, for Pete's sake, guys. It's waiting's been on the wall for a while. Okay, so back to what we were talking about before. From Anonymous, for the next podcast episode, how do you think Emma will react when Killian tells her what he did to Charming's father?
Kind of already touched on that, but
we did, but I cut us off a little bit.
How will she react? She'll be worried, probably, about the relationship. She's not going to be probably angry. I don't think.
Well, okay. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to angst about it. He's going to talk to Archie. Archie's going to tell him to be honest, and he's going to choose to tell Emma first because, he wants to ask her to marry him. So her reaction is kind of the most important right now. So
Well, yeah.
because he's afraid that if he tells her, she's not going to want to be with him anymore.
Plus, she can,
Can I finish? Can I finish my thought, please? So I think he's gonna go to tell her at the end, and that scene in the promo, I think she finds the ring first of all, and then she doesn't say anything about it, but she finds it, so she knows it's in play, and so she confronts him about his secret at the end of the episode, and he tells her he tells her the truth, and that's not totally what she was expecting to hear, and she's like, oh, and that's kind of how the episode ends, and we don't get to really see her reaction until the next episode.
Yeah, I think that's very, very possible.
Yeah, but
That's the best way to draw it out for maximum angst and to get into Colin's 2 episodes business that he was talking about.
Well, I have a pretty good idea that she'll be wearing the ring anyway, eventually.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
No later than episode 18, but I think it's gonna be sooner than that.
very.
But I think maybe she'll want him to iron things out with David before she puts it on.
I think he's gonna want to iron things out with David
Yeah.
before, because they're not gonna talk about the potential engagement. They're just gonna talk about this, and then he's gonna go on the adventure to help fix snowing, and then he'll ask.
Maybe, hopefully.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
maybe something will happen like, other than the snowing fixing. Like one of the girls will be like, "Come on, guys."
I
They'll
mean,
have a girl talk, and
the-
he'll be like, "Okay."
yeah, the problem is we don't have any
Yeah.
I mean, Emma's usually wearing gloves when they're outside in a lot of the episodes before 18, so we can't tell if she's got a ring on or not. So that's why 18 is the earliest that it's going to happen, but I think it's going to happen before that.
I'm pushing that because 2 episodes after that they're getting married. I don't think it'd be that close.
Yeah. Maybe it's gonna be
Rumbell got
I think-
engaged and married in the same episode.
Yeah, but they're on the
I
meat of
think
piece of shit.
I think that, she'll find the ring, she'll confront him about it, he'll tell her, and we might not get an answer, but next episode 14, which I think that's supposed to lead into his Agrabah adventure thing with the princess bunch. I think she might accept before he leaves, but she'll still she won't say anything to David because she'll want him to figure it out on his own, figure out what to do.
Okay, so do we think the most romantic Captain Swan moment is the engagement itself or the wedding?
both.
Oh my god, the wedding. The engagement pretty much got spoiled by the fact that she's likely going to find the ring. But according to what Leanne has been trying very hard not to say, and props to her for being able to keep it in, it seems like this wedding is going to be just grandiose, fucking massive.
And Michelle, it does look like it's on the Jolly Roger. I saw a pic of crew members, and it does look like the Jolly Roger.
Yes, I saw that same picture. I'm like, please.
I tried to look at that picture, but it looked like there was curtains in the background or something.
Blue screen.
No, there was something not blue screen. It was not blue screen.
It could be bunting.
Maybe, I don't know, but it has to be because if you look at Paul Becker, the choreographer's little thing of areas that they film, it doesn't look like there's any other option but the Jolly Roger.
Where a Captain Swan wedding should be, as I've been saying since season.
Because there is a scene that's exterior on the Jolly Roger, and then there's the captain quarters on the Roger Roger. So
on the what?
And let's remember
Jolly
what
Roger.
Leanne. And let's remember what Leanne has said. She said Mary Margaret looked pretty, Bex looked beautiful, and Jen was jaw dropping.
he was definitely drifting. It was definitely the day of the wedding. So
I don't know what dress she's gonna be wearing, but whatever it is, it's gonna be fucking stellar.
plus, Jen was all happy and with her little tweeds that she was doing that day. She was very. She was all with the flowers and the red and just whatever. So it was funny. And apparently, Colin wears curlers to keep his hair volumized. So
What I
cool.
want to know is how they're going to make this musical like work and feed into the wedding scenario. Like they say that it's not a one-off, that it's supposed to make sense with the overall storyline. I don't know how exactly they're going to do that, but I mean, it would be very interesting to see how.
Yeah.
It's just we got these spoilers, and I'm just thinking, can we please just skip all the angst and get to the wedding already?
Amen, brother.
Yeah, right.
I think
I
want to get to the princess party and the wedding.
I mean, I'll go under a sleeping curse for the next 2 months just to get away from all of this stuff, so I can just wake up and there's the wedding ready for me.
Yeah, I'd like the rest of 6B just downloaded into my brain.
Like,
we have 8 more weeks left. 8 more weeks.
and we're Captain Already in the house.
But at least we have the proposal and the wedding to look forward to.
And the wedding
True.
night.
And please, baby Jesus, please, even if Emma does find the ring, please let Killian be the one who asks. Please, please, please.
Okay, stop hearing. Killing over here. And not in
Give
a
the
fun
man that much. Give the man that much.
Okay, so we've got one last question. This one's kind of interesting for those of us who watch a certain other show. And it's from Anonymous. Do you guys think that Emma's relationship with Hook affected the show the same way Kara from Supergirl's relationship with Mon-El affected that show? And for those of you who don't know,
Mono is a fuckhead.
there's okay, wait. There's this whole big controversy on Supergirl because what they did was they shunted aside Kara's first love interest that they spent a whole season building up to. They shunted him aside with one 5-minute conversation. Yes, who is African American?
Jimmy.
And then inserted generic white dude. But they're trying to make it. But they're trying to make it some Romeo and Juliet thing by having them from different planets and their societies were at odds and blah blah blah. But
And there's the whole bullshit about how she's finally a woman now that she's in this relationship.
I mean, the season was supposed to be about finding herself, and instead she's with Mon-El, who is generally most of the time a douchebag.
Well,
I think that they're citing parallels in the fact in that maybe now the Swan cleaners have begrudgingly accepted that it's not happening for them now that they know that they're getting married in like 7 more episodes, that they've gravitated over to ship name is between Lena and Kara.
Supercorp.
Yeah, they gravitated over to Supercorp and they're pulling out the same bullshit that they do with Swan
Really?
against the caramel people.
Oh my god.
Kara's not gay.
Or bi.
Okay. Yeah, I actually do believe that Kara's back. Here and there.
I'd be okay with her being bi. That's fine.
I'll be okay with that. Either way, she's a
But
my favorite.
My
superhero.
problem isn't even like I'm not even. I mean, I see the chemistry with Supercorp. I get it. I get why people ship it. However, my problem, I was a Kara Jimmy shipper, and for that fact, I'm just like, the hell is this
And
crap?
here's the thing. I am going to sound very socially just here, okay? And there's a difference between an interracial relationship that's completely on equal footing, then changing that out in 5 minutes for either a ship with a generic white boy who are not on equal ground because he treats her like crap, or 2 white girls. See, it's quite a situation. Quite. White being the operative word.
Yeah, I mean, so no. To answer the question being posed, no, I don't think Emma's relationship with Hook has undermined the show the same way that Kara's relationship with Mon-El has undermined Supergirl. Supergirl used to be a show with the sisters' relationship at its heart, and now it's turned into a CW soap opera fest.
Mm.
Or and I mean, okay, here. Yes, it was very white feminist. Okay, Supergirl season 1 was a bit white feminist. We all agree on that.
Yes.
But here, they don't even have the feminist part anymore.
Yep.
Like they literally have Kara say, "Oh, maybe my job, which is the thing I've been working for my entire life, my job is enough because it's okay because I have you." Like,
Yeah,
Seriously?
that was messed up.
Mhm.
I mean, but the thing is with Emma has never shirked her savior responsibilities or her family or anything for Killian. Like, she's always made it clear that being the savior is important, her family is important. You know what I mean?
It's important.
And even when she went to get him from the underworld, her family volunteered to go with her. She didn't make them go.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm just glad that now that this wedding is gonna happen in the musical episode, we don't have to deal with the Swan Queeners shitting on us and shitting on Jen, Colin, and
They're
Adam.
gonna still do that.
They're still gonna do it because they're idiots.
We just
But
don't ignore them.
Oh,
although I do like, and this is going to be so vindictive, but
Trust me, they will never stop.
okay.
These two could have like a brood of kids and be the happiest couple on the face of the planet, and they're still gonna say, well, he's gonna do something to fuck it all up, and then they're gonna divorce, and then Emma's gonna realize she's in love with Regina, and that's where she's really supposed to be.
Lisa, I'm talking. Anyway. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna get canceled. I kind of hope it finishes in this season because I don't know if I can watch a show without Charming. Here's the thing: all the people who are getting all up on the Reapers, they're like, "Oh yes, I want the show to be canceled." Blah blah blah. Are all Lana fans, and I'm like, you do realize that once the show is over, your fame is going to fade into obscurity, right? Because she's a really shitty actress and nobody wants her. No.
I don't care to discuss another ship on a CS podcast, but
Exactly.
whether or not the show changed, let's face it, Emma is the main character. Her love story needed to be as epic and drawn out as her parents' was. That the journey is important. And we did not get that with Neil, because that was one flashback. And we did not get that with Graham. I'm sorry. He was nice, but at the end of the day, he wasn't really himself. He was the huntsman who was brainwashed to be Regina's fuckboy. I mean,
Well,
so
it's true.
I know, but I've never heard Ro talk like that.
He's very passionate about it.
yeah, see,
Keep
okay,
going, Ro. Keep going.
all the other ships, Rumbell, Outlaw Queen, they were in flashbacks. What we have is a story, a love story, from start to finish. And that is why Captain Swan is unique.
Plus, there's a fan.
It really would have, and
Swan
plus,
was actually planned,
and
and Queen were not, and you can tell.
well,
Yay.
plus, I mean, Killian was supposed to be in season 1. Even in Adam and Eddie's interview, they're like, he feels like like a part of the show from the beginning. That's the way Colin made it feel, that he's always been there. So if they can just like go about like, no, season 1 and blah blah blah, I'm like, he doesn't feel, to Adam and Eddie, it feels like he's always been there. So there you go. Your season 1 is a piece of shit with your theorying about Emma and Regina. So
just because an actor or a character comes into a show late that doesn't diminish their importance. I mean, we've had plenty of shows like that where an actor has come in a later season and they just made the role their own. Like, I don't know, maybe an example, Spike,
I
James
was
I
gonna
was just
say
Foster,
thinking,
Spike.
Yeah, Spike.
I was just
Mm.
thinking about that.
Chloe from 24.
I didn't watch 24, so I can't help you.
Watched it, but Klaus in Vampire Diaries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Klaus.
Close.
But yeah, it's happened. It's happened
mean,
often.
You know,
Elijah,
yes,
also
it
good
does.
point.
It does happen. That characters can have not only a positive impact, they can also have a negative impact
Yeah.
that drive that continue. But even that negative one will drive the plot forward, and something positive can come out of it. Like, to say this because this would only have meaning for me and Jen, for me and Michelle, but days when they introduced Brumby, it was
God.
negative for us, but in the long run, her relationship with him made her realize who she really wanted to be with at the end of it all.
It
was
still took
Harm.
4 more
So-
years.
See, even with Jag, Mac was not in the first season,
Nope.
was she?
Nope.
See?
No, she was not.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter if someone comes in late. What matters is the impact they make.
Yep. And Killian Jones is
And
one of the integral
and you know what?
characters
The
of
most
this show.
ironic thing is that they weren't trying to put Harm into a romantic situation when the show started. It wasn't until she came in season 2 situation changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like that it was like that because you kind of saw what Emma was like really before. It was not more about her finding a romance like off the get-go. She had to like establish a relationship with her son and get that going.
Yeah.
So she didn't
I
really
like
have
that too.
time to fall in love and blah 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 and all that stuff. And the
Yeah.
progression. So it was okay. It makes it look when you look back and you're like, oh, I wonder what Killian would have been like when he was in this, town or whatever like that. It makes you wonder, but it's okay that he's not there. So
I'm glad how they played out the whole Captain Swan story because it wouldn't be what it is if it was like in season 1 thing.
Plus season one was a really good, strong season for backstories for everybody else. And, eventually he'll get his own backstory, stuff like that. But, I mean, I still like season 1 without Killian. It's okay.
Yeah.
So season 1's great.
Yeah, it's a great season, but that was more about looking into the past.
Yeah.
Season 2 and 3 were more looking towards the future, Emma's future, her happy ending, because she finally realized at the end of season 1 that it was possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
But we can only hope this show ends with Emma's happy ending.
With everyone's
better or
happy
else.
ending. With everybody's happy ending for me.
Yeah, better or Adam and Eddie will never get jobs ever again, probably on any network.
Should we mention? Should we mention the titles of the finale now that we know?
Why not? It's a spoiler. Spoiler
warning. Spoiler alert.
Even though we've been talking bad spoilers all day.
Yeah. It's called The Final Battle.
Part 1
C.S.
sounds
Lewis
final.
is going to sue.
Honestly, the
Well,
first
Adam
thing I
did
told
say that they wrote these last 2 episodes in preparation for the possibility that they might not get picked up because they don't know yet. I'm like, it's driving me nuts that ABC has given the word to all their other shows, and yet we're still sitting here hanging. Like, why are you taking so damn long?
Well,
What?
come on. Let's face it. Asian shit is totally getting canceled.
Probably.
But yeah. The moment we found out that it sounds like the first thing that came to mind was Rumble and the pilot going, and the final battle will begin.
Yes, that is true. He does say that in the pilot.
Yeah.
Now, I think obviously it's gonna be Gideon's still a factor, and it's probably gonna be all that.
Black Fairy.
Yeah, and the Black Fairy and all that stuff.
And Regina versus the Evil Queen.
No, I think that's gonna be
No.
resolved before then.
Oh.
Yeah, hope
Maybe.
so.
But as we've been saying, if the show ends with, if this season ends with Emma dying or getting exiled or people winding up back in the Enchanted Forest or some other BS fuckery, I'm gonna be really pissed. So I hope here's my hope. I hope they have a couple of different things to shoot. One that is a final scenes for everybody to really wrap the show up, and one that could potentially kick off a season 7, and that they find out before the episode airs which one they need.
No.
Yeah, like Castle.
Exactly.
Also,
I mean, considering that we
in
already
my wish list is for that kid not to be a grown-up Henry.
Oh God, please no.
I know. And I don't think I think the little girl is either I don't know who she is, but I think she is Robin and Angelina's daughter.
No, she's not.
10.
Can't be.
Maybe she's not. Neither of them. They're both fucking white.
Well, Zelina's green.
And she couldn't be Moana because Moana is 50 and she's not 10.
And she's
And
not
what?
Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moana's
Different.
She's Polynesian, not Hispanic.
Yeah, she should kind of shake up on your ethnicities. Just because they're brown doesn't mean they're fucking the same race.
She honestly looks like a young Jasmine to me. And we know Jasmine is in the season finale, apparently.
Oh, Aladdin.
She's there filming right now.
If they get to go to the wedding and Elsa doesn't, I would be pissed.
No, but Jasmine was wearing a princess outfit, so why the hell would she be wearing that in Storybook? So I think it's either a flashback to her past about maybe God knows what. But she does kind of look like Karen David if you can kind of match her up. I mean, I know Karen David she's Indian and British, but also, and the other girl, I don't even know what her background, based off her last name, she's probably Hispanic. But they kind of they could match up. I mean, it's not too far-fetched. So, but everybody's like, no, she's going to be a regular. And I'm like, who said that? She could just have a
TV Line said that.
They speculated that she could. They don't even know if there's a season 7, so I don't know why all these people are just like up in arms, like, oh, these are the new regulars. I'm like, they haven't even been picked up yet, so how the hell are you gonna know?
I think this mystery guy is the first savior.
No. But remember, we had this whole bit at the end of last year when we thought that the people they were casting as Jekyll and Hyde were going to be regulars in season 6, and they were around for 4 episodes.
That's what I'm getting at. These guys, they could just be a little part of the season finale for some whatever reason. Especially since we don't know if the show continues.
Mm-hmm.
It could be...
Like I said, I really want to know before the finale airs if it's...
Well, everybody does. I know.
So I'm hoping what's really holding them up is the contract negotiations that they want to make. They want the 4 people they absolutely want on board before they pull the trigger.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody keeps up in arms about like, oh, this person's gonna die. Oh, this person gets written out. Oh, this person's gonna whatever. I'm like,
the fucking rumors. The fucking rumors from the set need to stop.
I know. Yeah. I'm tired of them.
Like,
so if you don't come into my inbox and ask anymore, because I'm just gonna be like, I don't know, because nobody really knows until ABC actually tells you anything, or Adam and Eddie. No one knows.
And Adam and Eddie don't even know.
I think they know though, but
like secret.
They're just not telling
they
anybody.
know that we know that they don't know.
The only positive we have so far is that the ratings have not dipped any lower.
But they're not.
They have remained steady. They remain steady.
But they're not
which
spontaneous.
For a show, when you talk about a show in its 6th year, that's actually not bad.
But it's not going to get any better.
Considering the ratings for the other ABC shows, they're actually not doing bad.
They're the highest rated show that's not on Thursday night.
But I'm telling you, back to the thing about who should return. If you don't get those 4 people at all, I don't care. It has to be that ensemble of 4 people. You're not going to get a really good rating anything with that because they are the main faces of the show. Even though they have the thing about Snow and Charming, but they could come back as reoccurring guest stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Now, so I really think that's what's holding it up. That they want to get those 4 people signed on before they just make any decisions, because the ratings are what they are. They're not going to get better. So you either have to be comfortable with what you have and weigh the cost effectiveness of that versus what it costs to make the show versus what any potential raises these 4 actors want. And so the only actual news we know is TV9 reported that J-Mo, Colin, Lana, and Bobby are being approached for a season 7, and that's literally all we know.
Yeah.
So this whole tweet storm that we're seeing from dude named Ken, who supposedly has some super secret special friend on set who knows all this super secret special information about who's dying and who's leaving and who's staying. I mean, I don't listen to that shit worth a grain of salt, because I mean, do you honestly believe that J-Mo is going to give out that kind of info, to random set pap person who's only there to take pictures and make money? No. She's not going to tell people that.
No. All they can do is probably speculate, and that guy probably took it as face value. Even if he did talk to the person, that person probably doesn't know, and that person probably he twisted the words and blah blah blah, and then he just took it as face value.
Because they're
Even
trying
changing his story.
Because those assholes are trying to get clicks. Let's all be real. They're trying to drive traffic to their Twitter, to their site, to whatever.
Especially since we don't even know that the negotiations are done yet. For all we know, they're still in talks. All I know is I could care less if Rumpel or Regina are still on the show. I understand why Ginny and Josh want to leave. They have 2 children now. They had 2 children rapidly, and they've had to devote so much of their time to the show. They haven't had a lot of time to just be parents. I get it. Being a parent, I get it. Rumpel and Regina's story is virtually going nowhere at this point. So if Rumpel dies, I won't be bothered. If Regina's gone, I won't care. I feel like, and general audience-wise, I think that without Colin and Jen, there's just no way. And it has nothing to do with Captain Swan. She is the center of the show. It was built around her. So if she's not there, then the show no longer has a focus. Yeah, you could say the focus is moving to this unknown dude, but the audience doesn't know him the way they know her.
Mm-hmm. And they don't
if you're going to introduce someone to replace, you need to make it gradual so the audience has the opportunity to accept that this person is there and then phase out the other person. This is what they did in Being Human in season 4. Because the original cast decided they didn't want to stay. So the main 3 were killed, and that they left one of the original cast in order to assuage the audience and help the audience to accept the incoming new cast. And the fact that the incoming new cast were so good was it made it easier for the audience to transition. If you just say, poof, Emma's gone, they're all gone, and then we're just going to introduce this brand new cast of characters, people are like, what the fuck is this? This is not our Once Upon a Time.
Well, not only that, but they keep saying that this is a show about hope, that it's a show about happy endings, blah, blah, blah. How fucking nihilistic would it be to put Emma through all of this stuff, have her with the abandonment, and then having to give up her own kid, and 28 years of her life be shitty, and then suddenly find her family, find her son, find true love, and then just... poof, it doesn't matter. She has to die because she's the savior. What?
Bullshit.
That would be that. I mean, seriously.
Honestly,
we are not kidding. They would never get jobs again.
Never.
They would. And honestly, I did not dedicate 6 fucking years of my life. Not just this podcast. I write reviews. I lose hours of sleep.
Yep. Mhm.
Plus, ABC will not stand for
I mean, come on. I literally spent 3 hours doing reviews, at most, at least. And then writing things, making things, etc., 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 writing videos, you know? And I did not waste 6 years plus of my life not to see Emma Swan get a happy ending.
Yep.
Yeah, here's the thing. Jafar said at the very beginning of this season, saviors don't get happy endings. Emma's gonna break the cycle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
be
like the whole
honest.
point.
Totes.
Emma always breaks the cycle. That's what happens.
Yeah. Can I just say something? Look, for me, without the entire cast, for me, the show wouldn't be the same because all of them, J-Mo, Colin, Josh, Lana, Sean, Bobby, Emily, they're all, and Bex, they're the heart of the show. Not only Emma because she's the center, she's the character, all of them. And I understand Gosh because they have 2 kids, Ugo and Oliver, who are like back to back. I understand that. But I would live if they sent Ron Bell and their kid to the Enchanted Forest and they come just guest starring to Storybook, I don't know, or flashbacks, I don't know. But this show, all of them, this cast, they love the show. They love these characters, and they're the heart of the show. And I hope that they all come back for this season 7 if they get a season 7. But if they don't get a season 7, they need to end the show with everybody again with them. Happy endings. I don't give a fuck about Ron Bell. But I hope that if they want to end it this season, they have to end it not quickly, but with the right way. But I just hope for season 7 with all of them all of them in, and these 2 new characters, this little girl and this guy, or just characters move on for the next season if they have a next season. Just I'm saying.
Okay. Although I disagree. There's no way. Lana, I'm a really bad actress. Perea is hard to show. Come on.
Well, I mean, like in general.
No.
Okay. So, does anybody else have next episode's episode 100, guys?
Oh my god, are you kidding?
Are we doing that live?
Well,
Oh wait, here. Go ahead.
after we're done recording this, we're going to have a little talk about episode 100 because we can't have it be the episode podcast.
No, I
We're
don't
gonna-
want to do a Rumple episode for 100.
No, so we're going to have to come up with a plan to record episode 100 this week, guys. Just FYI.
Ooh, are we going to talk about Bellamy? Sorry.
It has to be
Oh, that was cold. Okay, so does anybody else have anything to talk about Murder Most Foul?
no, Josh, that was amazing. It needs to get me and more stuff.
I know that we didn't really discuss it, but I did like the actor who played the senior Charming. He really was a good fit for that guy, especially when he smiled. He kind of looked like Charming. And the baby Charming kid was really cute.
Oh my god, Baby Charming broke my heart. Oh my god.
Me too.
That was cute. I like how they dressed him as Prince
Oh,
Charming too.
Yes. No, it was James. It was
James, I know,
They
James.
dressed as Prince Charming.
I'm surprised you
Like,
didn't bring up Pinocchio.
Oh my god. I was hoping to avoid this. Why? Why? Shannon, why?
Okay, that's the end of our podcast. Michelle will be ranting after the podcast.
I know she will because she doesn't like August.
I know,
Yeah.
but we didn't bring it up, and yet that was start part of the show.
Can you rant now about that? Because I want to hear it from you because I am like
We can
pissed
hear
about
it
what
after
you.
the podcast. They don't need to hear it.
No,
I
Okay.
already know. It's the
this
story
is
of
the
Michelle's
place
life.
to say, but this episode did not make me like August better.
No. Mm.
Okay, anybody else? That does not trigger.
I love that
My
the
rant.
I love the whole Captain Charming scenes, and I'm happy that David gave him his blessing. And the end made me pissed as fuck, as you guys know. But I'm very excited for the next episode, and I hope that from now on in, there's no more angst for Captain Swan, at least for now.
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, the twist aside, this was a really good episode for
Oh, yeah.
Captain
How about
Sean.
you?
Hey,
Let
Sorry.
Ro finish.
like I said, this was a really good episode for just David and Killian, Captain Charming in general, and Captain Swan. I mean, did you see how bubbly and happy Emma was? Complete contrast to how she was last week when she thought she was going to die, and she's just being all smiley. And I like this Emma. We want to see more of her.
Oh, we didn't talk about when he came home and she was like, "I miss you." Aw, you went canoeing for 2 hours, and he was like, "I missed you." And then they had popcorn with milk duds.
Oh yeah, can we talk about how I have to get him off of desserts, and then suddenly she's having popcorn with milk duds? Really?
Well, I like how people pointed out that the last episode apparently was they just erased it because nothing really happened because they forgot about that entirely. Apparently,
and he definitely wasn't off the run because at the very beginning they had a little family toast and they were drinking champagne, and he was, of course, straight from the flask. He's like, "Water my ass, bitches."
I guess that didn't work.
And finally, dude's gonna put a ring on it.
Mm-hmm. Can we say, even though I know people do not like Archie, but he gave the face expression of all of us when he looked at that ring. He was like, "Oh my god, I ship you guys so much."
His face was literally our face.
I know.
I'm trying. Conceal, don't feel. Conceal, don't feel.
I like how Archie is the number one supporter when they go to therapy. He's like, "You got to move in together," and now they're like, "You got to marry that girl." So. Even though he's a bad therapist, but he's a shipper.
and let's all remember that back in season 2, he got tortured by Killian.
I know.
So he's clearly come around, and he's fine.
It went to dissecting a cricket to, "Oh my god, I love you guys so much."
Yes, seriously, writers, do your worst. You can't break us. We're getting our wedding.
Even Josh and Colin said at San Diego Comic-Con, he's like, "We're not going to let them split us up together. We're not going to make that broship die." So it's just unnecessary angst for a few episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is new?
So we ready to sign off, guys?
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
We will talk to you all hopefully sometime this week for episode 100. If you have stuff you want us to talk about, drop an ask in our ask box, and we will make sure to talk about it. All right, we'll talk to you all soon.
I'm still in negotiations for the 100.
Bye.
Bye. Peace out, bitches.
Bye.